Hey everybody, welcome back to How It's Done. So today we're going to walk through how to change out a bedroom latch or handle that is not locking or doesn't have a lock on it for one that has a lock on it. You can either do this will work if you're doing a keyed lock or if you're just doing one like this that has the little push button lock on it. It'll work either way. I'm putting keyed locks on here because there's a possibility that in the future I'll rent out one or two of these rooms for an office, or I'll rent it out as a room for rent. So for privacy reasons I want them to have their own key. So let's get after it. So to remove the lock, normally you're going to have two screws on one side, the other side is not going to have anything. It's just going to be blank, and typically the side with the screws is going to be your inside. The outside, or going to the hallway, or if it's in a closet, the bedroom side is not going to have any screws showing. Sometimes the screws will be top and bottom, sometimes they'll be on the sides, where you have to actually remove the handle to get at it, and there will be a little pin that you have to push in with either a small screwdriver or something like that. But in this particular case, the screws are easy to access, so we're just going to unscrew them. And then as you can see, that side just pulls straight out, and then the other side pulls straight out. I will caution you, do not close the door when it's like this, because you're going to lock yourself in the room. So you could technically take this piece, shove it in there and turn it, but if the door were to close and this piece fall out, you're stuck and you're going to have to climb out a window or call somebody. So then you've got two screws in the latch portion of it. A lot of the times you don't really need to change out the latch portion if it's the same brand, but since we're going from Schled setup to a Kwikset, what you'll see is that the size of the pin is actually different on these. This sledge is actually quite a bit larger, and the Kwikset one will just spin inside this latch. So we're going to have to take that apart. Alright, so next we're going to take this guy, the actual latch, slide that in there. It's actually got two adjustment points where if your hole that was drilled for the door handle is actually a little further away, you can use that. Just get the screw started by hand. And always just make sure that the rounded edge is facing toward the door jamb. And then you're going to want to take the side that has the lock, and that's going to go on the outside of the door. Feed it through the hole, test the operation, seems fine. And then the piece that goes on the inside, which, like I said, since the screws here are horizontally placed, the handle is not attached to it, so just make sure that when you get it set up, They do have little orientation guides on some of these, but always just make sure that the little push button here is facing out so that you can get the handle off easily when you need to. Sometimes you may need to adjust which direction the pin is on this. It feels like that's the case here. So let's turn that. Let's see if that helps us line this up better. Not really. Okay. There we go. And then we'll just get the screws started finger tight. Just make sure that everything lines up about the way it should. And then if you're replacing an existing lock, sometimes there is a little bit of play in these, where you can shift them just a little bit to kind of disguise the markings from the old one. This one really doesn't have any play at all, so can't really do that on this one. And again, just test your operation, make sure everything's working fine, nothing's sticking. Seems good. So to put the handle on, basically you just slide that over. You'll hear it snap into place. And you're good. Push your button and it should unlock automatically when you turn the handle. Good. Nice. That's pretty much all there is to it. If you want to see more videos like this, subscribe to my channel. If you found this helpful, go ahead and give us a thumbs up, give it a like. And I did do a video already. This is actually the Kwikset smartkey system. The way you're going to know that is because it's got this little pin in here. If I can get the camera to focus. It's got this little slot here. That means it's a smartkey system. So if I wanted to key this one and this one exactly the same, it's real easy. I already did a video on how to rekey this, so I'll go ahead and link that in the description below. Takes less than 30 seconds to do. So thank you for joining us, and this is how it's done.